The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
We continue on the Domino's post-game report.
Is that yours?
Let me set up the interview, Chuck, before you go asking, hey, are those cookies and soufflés yours?
I didn't realize we were going into broadcast.
You greedy rascal.
Well, I just saw
You saw Mama Zhao's. Yes, that Leanda set some food down there.
Is that for you, though? Or is that mine?
That is definitely not yours.
Okay.
I don't mind if you sample from the plate of sweet treats. There's a lot there. We don't need to take that much home. But if you touch Mama Zhao's cooking, I'm going to stab you.
and rightfully so. The feelings are actually mutual.
All right, let me actually set up this interview now. Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier alongside Chuck Benson, Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach. Chuck, this is a weird one. Wild one to unpack. Some poor defensive moments early.
Yeah.
Anderson got a ton of open looks from deep and converted frequently and fervently. But then I can think of four separate distinct scoring and field goal droughts that the Trojans went on in the final 30 minutes of the game to enable your team to rally from a 15-point first-half deficit and an 8-point halftime deficit. Break down clearly some issues early, but some fortitude late to win a wild one.
Well, let's start by saying I knew that Anderson had a week to prepare. I knew they were going to come in here with their A game fully on display, and it was the first half for sure. And I felt like we it's not that we didn't care or anything like that, but they kept on putting us in sort of precarious situations, and our coverages were just broken. And we didn't have a really good emergency response there to start the game. As that half unfolded, I thought KT Carter, our staff, did a good job of expressing some things that we might be able to do differently. And then I felt like the second half, we put those in play. We actually did what we said we were going to do and made the adjustments that more or less eliminated just wide open shots that we were giving them the first half. But I knew this was going to be difficult. I knew they were going to be ready. They are a very good team, They're having a great season. It took our best performance this year in a half to more or less steal a win from them.
First half, you had your worst shooting half of basketball this season. How did you respond offensively in the second stanza to shoot 60%?
We were getting some shots at the rim, and we weren't capitalizing, but the shot quality, Luke and I were arguing over shot quality, and I thought we got some at the rim, we didn't finish. And that's typically not what we do. We're making twos at a 62% clip somewhere in there, so that was sort of an anomaly. But credit to Anderson too. They've got some elite defenders that do a good job of providing coverage at the rim, and they sort of shut it down for us. But again, the lesson for our team today is the response from the first half to the second half, and our resiliency and our determination to just keep fighting, take punches, give punches, take punches, give punches. Our guys did that, and were able to then put more points on the board like we typically are capable of doing.
I discovered a nugget today about Anderson head coach Jimmy Williams, and I know it's something that you would never do, ever. And if you did,
wash my hands. If you tell me he doesn't believe in hand washing, then he and I are kindred spirits.
I can't comment on that. I don't have a post bathroom ritual nugget on Jimmy Williams. I'll research that for you though, Chuck. He ran for 6 miles before the start of today's game, and that is one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
Let me tell you something. I worked for a guy 30 years ago that did that. The difference is, Jimmy, I know, showered before the game, and this individual I used to work with would run 4 or 5 miles before a nationally televised game and not shower. And people would be, oh, he wears custom suits. He's handsome. And I'm thinking the guy's filthy. He's just filthy, and you don't even know it. So kudos to Jimmy for
Jake,
running. Look at him. I mean, look, the dude is probably – he wins the GQ Coach of the Year in the sack. He's running against me, Brian Good.
Well, you'd never win it. We know that for a fact.
So and he's dapper in his attire. But the running thing, kudos to him for taking care of himself, and he's a good example of the rest of us. I mean, you know.
Well, Chucky Sloppy Boy's never going to follow that. And
Agree.
And hasn't for
Listen,
for a decade.
I do not like the fact I'm seeing mamas walk out, and she's got bags of food. No, she's coming back. I thought she was leaving. Can't have that.
Speaking of Mama Zhao, her baby boy Johnny Zhao, on another level tonight. 34 points for his 6th career 30-point game, his 2nd of the season. A season-high 34. He moved past let me get my list out. He moved past Todd Lucas, Eddie Carter, Hugh Clement, and Andy Tipton, and is now 25th all-time in scoring with his 34-point outburst today. What did you see from him, especially in the second half and moving past some really historical guys today?
I mean, if he's not putting the ball in the basket like he did, and really the thing that was most remarkable, he got to the line 14 times. He was putting intense pressure on the rim. If he doesn't do his thing the second half, it's arguable if we can even pull off a win right there. So we needed him today. He's a proven asset that has time and again shown he's capable. And I've said it before, I'm never really surprised when he has a day like today. I'm not, because I know the work he puts in. He knows the confidence we have in him. We all know the confidence he has in himself because it's second to none. And he just needs to get shots up. If he gets shots up and he can touch paint, then we have a good chance for something good to happen.
Really got on the glass. +7, limited for the most part. Anderson's seconds. Not a lot of them for the Trojans in the first half, but they really cooled off in the final. Go 25-ish minutes of the game. What'd you do to get on the glass and prevent Anderson from getting second and third chances?
Hold on, Cav. You just hold on a second.
What do you make?
Looky here.
Mama Zhao has more goodies.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm gonna
Steppa. Thank you.
Oh, you get.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
He's got curry.
Be careful, Chef.
Oh man, I got my dumplings and some chow mein.
Listen, just hold on a minute, Cav. Hold on just a minute, Cav.
I wish I had a fork on me because I'd steal some of yours.
No, Cavs. You stay away from me right now. You stay away.
I asked a question about rebounding.
Rebounding.
Yeah,
our guys did a great job on the offensive boards tonight. +7. That was something that was different. We needed that, and we have been rebounding better this second semester and got a plus margin now more than once. So we just got to keep doing that. We've got to give ourselves more chances, especially in games where scoring is difficult, and that's a testament to Anderson and the way they defend the ball. They were really, really determined defensively and made it extra tough, but we had some guys that just were able to either make shots or give us seconds.
I want you to further break down the defense, because there were moments today where it was disastrous. There are also moments today where you limited variety and type, and a guy like a Malachi Reeves, that's a new career high 17. Cole Middleton only played 17 minutes and had 7 points. Can you fully grade it out and appreciate what you did?
It was a tale of two halves, man. The first half, we were reactionary instead of being proactive. We made a slight adjustment on that. They had a lot of good action away from the ball, and we were not recognizing, communicating, and covering properly. So they were able to move the ball quickly, move player quickly, and find open shots. They do have elite shot making. They were playing lineups today which provided more shot making for them, so that was tough. And then, at halftime, as I said earlier, at halftime, staff, we talked a little bit, asked the guys what they were going to commit to, that we all were in agreement what we were going to do, and we were able to just to be more, just to perform better in terms of getting our one-to-one matchups like we needed.
Turn your attention to a bye. No game Wednesday.
Yeah.
Before you head over to Hickory to start February against a top 15 Lenore-Rhine team that prevailed at Tusculum today, 79-72. What do you have to do to recover from some heart-stopping moments in this one and get ready for the Bears?
Well, we're gonna make the most of this little downtime. We're gonna take some much-needed rest. I think we've actually played more games than anybody in our conference this year, so this is a chance for us to get a bit of a break. But we got to come back in here and have some really competitive, productive practices as we go along the line. I think they're one of the best teams in this region, definitely one of the best teams in this conference. We have played them earlier this year. We're very fortunate to catch them early and had a battle. I mean, it was 105 to 102 or some kind of thing. Finally, we got a win here, but it's always tough over there in the house that John Lentz built, and it's going to be a challenge. We still need those kind of challenges as we try to evolve and become the best version of ourselves. So that by the time we get to the end of regular season, we're able to perform our best.
I want to Mama Zhao's cooking got me distracted. And I do want to revisit one thing. Normally that's my last question, but I'm going to peel back to the finish of this one. Break down Jack Browder's bucket and what transpired on that possession to give you the lead for good with 30 seconds left.
We ran that play. It was a design call. We ran it, and we got Trey downhill. He got fouled. But we thought the way they covered it, we thought we could potentially exploit that a second time. We did. They adjusted their coverage a smidge, but Trey made a really good decision to draw help, share the ball, and then Jack, had an incredibly difficult shot over Sentinel Moore, who's 6'8", 6'9", long, and Jack finessed it up and in, and that was enough to sort of give us that little extra separation.
Chuck, pleasure as always. It'll be great not to talk to you for a week.
Thanks, Kev.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. We're back with more on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman prevails 81-79 over the Anderson Trojans.